fighters are teaming up all the time in Dragon Ball Z, now players can team up in the real world too.
The ARG Circuit Series is proud to present Team Wars.
ARG will track your 6-person team's progress throughout the entire Dragon Ball Series circuit event. They'll tally the scores for each team through the finals. Teams earn points for every win. Each team accumulates points for their team every round. A win nets you 3 points, a draw 1 point, no points for a loss. The 2 highest scoring teams will face off on ARG's Twitch channel after the Circuit Series main event live.
Each team can have a maximum of 6 players, and each player must wear a matching shirt or jersey. For a full list of rules and prizes, go to argcircuitseries.com and look for Team Wars under the Dragon Ball Super category. A Saiyan has no limits. Do you? Prove to the world that your team is the best by participating at the ARG Circuit Series Team Wars.
For creativity, but you know, there's only so much that you can do, especially when you dedicate so much of your deck into making this streamlined
Apes reminds
process.
me a lot of Androids. I talk about it a lot, where it's a deck that kind of builds itself, but the good players know how to play it a lot differently. Like if you watch a person that's experienced with Apes and play it, it's almost like they're playing a piano, right? They play it differently. They play around different cards. They play, they might try to evolve into their 5-drop instead of not evolving into their 5-drop. You do a bunch of different plays that set them apart from other players, similar to Android players. But the deck essentially, judges itself.
It does, but there is very methodical interactions and strategies that you have to do and have to make throughout a game, because if your opponent has the same strategy, how are you going to make sure that yours succeeds and your opponent doesn't?
Right, exactly. Definitely. And, like I said, I talked to Eon and Eric Hill on the way up here, and they seem to have the format figured out.
I mean, that's usually the players that do very well in an event when they practice the format over and over and over, and they're very fluent with it, and they know exactly what decks can do and what decks can't do, and things like that. And I think that's just I think that's important to know going into an event. You feel more comfortable. You maybe don't go into time because you get to expedite these processes or decisions that otherwise, if it's your first time playing it, second time playing it, fifth time playing it, 10th time playing it, whatever it is, it's going to take you a little bit longer than somebody who's practiced it over and over and over.
Well, I think that's funny that you said that, because I think that's a big thing that's happened with Mecha and just in general with this game, is that people have, Mecha has been out since the first draft pack, which has been the second regional, but you have a lot of players that kind of jump in on the Mecha bandwagon, and you can tell they're inexperienced at that point.
March before you awakened. If he has 3 energy, then you can play the March and go to.
All right, guys, so we're getting everything situated here. Sorry, we were a little bit behind there. Sorry, we were talking to some people, some fans, and some people came up and was leaving the regionals. Everybody's so excited to be here.
Happy.
They were so happy.
They were like, please, I know you need to go cast it out, but please give me some autographs before I go.
Absolutely.
And they're all from here, and it's just so crazy.
Absolutely.
I'm still surprised to this day. Like, I don't expect it as much as it comes, and it's just goes to show how deeply dedicated a lot of these fans are, and how much they appreciate.
Like I say every day, we honestly would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. All the support, and that goes for everything, not just supporting me and George or just supporting, ARG. It's supporting Bandai. It's supporting the Dragon Ball Super game. It's coming out to these events and playing. It's buying the products. Everything you guys do is what makes this card game, in my opinion, the best card game currently out in the market. And we honestly could not do it without you guys. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being here. We love you guys, and we don't know what we do without you guys. Seriously, thank you so, so, so much. All right, let's get into the game. Guys, I cannot explain to you how excited I am for this game. Eon Hill again, undefeated.
Undefeated. Number 1 seed.
Undefeated.
Number 1.
It's possibly the first undefeated champion of ARG.
Oh, we had Marcel, which we
Right, we said he lost to Peter. Is that what happened?
or tied with Peter,
Oh.
I believe.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure.
Okay.
All right, first or second, regardless, this is a feat that you don't see every day.
It's hard. It's hard. And in my opinion, this has been the most difficult.
Yes, because
Regional
the quantity of people, the amount of rounds that you've had to play,
Right.
and even though the deck choices were linear, it's still a choice that it's still a deck that had many choices to be made. Like they didn't make the choice for you. Yeah, they made the choice for you as far as the leader goes,
Right.
and as far as like maybe what the core 20 to 30 cards are, but you still have so much room for creativity. Not as much as what we would like, but that's why the Mecha Frieza obviously what it is, to this day. So
Fix it.
okay, never mind. So Eon, I haven't seen. You see the father-son Kamehameha here. So it looks like Eon, Eric, and Anthony all taking something very similar to the event, and I think that's what good deck building and good knowledge of the format really just translates to. Because once you have proper understanding of what's good, what's optimal, what's the best choice for my deck, and you have everyone agree on that, then you're just going to have a lot more success as just a team, as a network, as somebody who's just trying to make the most optimal deck and optimal choices.
Absolutely.
And I feel like
Absolutely.
Eon did that with his teammates, because we're seeing Family Kamehameha here, and I'm not sure, I haven't looked at the deck list too much,
The thing about
but they might be very similar.
that's crazy to me is we've seen it a lot.
Yeah, no, we saw it.
But we've never actually seen it cast.
It was a big, I think, yeah, we've seen it in energy a lot.
We've seen
as
it
far
in
as
a lot.
and being
We've seen
in
it being
stream.
cycled out of the hand
Yes.
with different effects. But we haven't seen it actually casted yet.
Yeah.
And it has to be a good card, right? Like it's so many people running it, especially
a
a lot
good
of the top cut people.
And the thing is, in the top cut, right? You have access to both players' deck lists. You know that your opponent's playing these cards, like Father, Son, Kamehameha. You play around it sometimes.
Right.
And you don't want to play into it. You don't want to be put in a position where if they Family
Absolutely.
Kamehameha, you're just completely out of tempo. They get you in a spot where you weren't expecting. You need to see these things coming. So I think that's why it hasn't been as effective in Top Cut, because we didn't see any of it in Swiss, because nobody was really playing it that we profiled.
Sure, it makes sense.
And obviously these were playing, and that's how they were winning their rounds in Swiss. Maybe Kamehameha going to 4 life, and then like killing something or whatever the case is, like making the tempo in their favor, and at the same time self-awakening themselves. So there's a lot of things that that card was probably doing that we haven't seen on stream. And unfortunate. Hopefully it comes into play this game, but when you have access to decks, then it's just going to be a lot harder to actually get you with the gotcha cards. It's like everybody knows.
Right. Absolutely. And that's the thing about it too is, some of these tech cards are a lot better when they're unknown.
Yes.
Right. And so like, if you're sitting down crushing your opponent and you're like, you know what? I wonder if he's going to have Mafuba. I wonder if he's going to have Family Son Kamehameha. But whenever you can look at your opponent's deck list before the game starts and see they have it, it's a lot easier to play around it. And so I think you're right. It does make that card seem a lot like lackluster in the top finals and in the top tier games. But I think it's actually a huge reason why those games were played right. What happened?
I cut myself on the pole.
On your birthday? Happy birthday.
That's what she said.
Happy birthday to an integral part of ARG's management staff.
Yeah. Yeah, Vince, tournament organizer, honestly couldn't do this.
Extraordinaire,
this, but,
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah. Does so
he
much
wears
for the
many
community.
hats.
Yes,
Yes, it's
and
unbelievable.
he's one of the major reasons why we were able to make the stream actually happen.
We
too.
actually weren't able to stream coming into this, and Vince made it happen.
Yeah, Vince made it happen.
Yeah, Vince-
he magically pulled a wand out of his magical coat and just waved it around a few times.
And that's where you normally store your wands at, is in your magical coat.
Exactly.
That's the good place for the wand.
That's exactly.
is in the
There's no
magical
other
coat.
place that you put them.
Right.
I mean, maybe in a fancy little chest, I guess.
Sure.
but- Cloak. Okay, sure. Whatever you want to call it.
Alrighty. Eon Hill with the attacking with his King Vegeta 3-drop here.
Okay, that's huge. There's going to be a
Cold
King
Bloodlust.
Vegeta come down there, and there's going to be a Cold Bloodlust from Eon. As soon as that King Vegeta goes down, it's not
Now,
going
what
to
do you think
affect the
the purpose-
continuous and
right.
permanent effect. Yeah, okay, so the purpose here is you have the King Vegeta, and right now it has no effect.
Right. So now,
But next turn it's going to be a barrier.
Right,
You
right.
know, it's going to give everything barrier.
Right.
But for now, you put William in a position where, like,
Should
why
I-
did
should
Eon
I
go
attack-
out-
should I attack or should I not
Eon
attack?
went out of his way to Cold Bloodlust. Why? And that's where we go back to what we saw, Chris and Anthony at the beginning of the Top Cut, where it's just like, why are they making these plays? There's always a reasoning behind why they do some plays. So when you see a Cold Bloodlust from Eon here, William, you're second doubting yourself. You're like, what can they have? Do they have an out to me attacking with the ape? And you see, and William's like, something smells fishy. I don't like it.
Something
Pass.
else. And you know what's really funny about that
Pass.
too is that that card's usually dead.
Yeah.
Cobalust, not a very good card in this matchup,
Yes.
right? So he made a way to use it. He essentially turned Cobalust into a cheaper Nimbus Cloud.
No,
By
essentially,
Nimbus, yeah.
essentially pass your turn.
Yeah,
You know, it was a pay an energy, pass a turn. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use these cards
to make
and-
use of the cards,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
if you use them in certain scenarios, if the players are actually on the verge of like reading, like reading why or reading your body
Absolutely.
language or like why
Right.
did you do this in X scenario, then they start putting two and two together and sometimes draw conclusions that are accurate and sometimes just misleading.
Right.
So that's why I love high level competition
I
like
do
this
too, I do
because
too,
it's
because,
just so
yep.
many different things.
We've been talking
it's
about
just
it.
not about playing cards and all this stuff.
Right.
You know?
We have literally been talking about it the entire tournament about how you should always try to figure out what your opponent's trying to do. You should always try to figure out what your opponent. Every play you see your opponent do, every charge you see your opponent make, why is he doing that? What's the purpose behind that? And a lot of times in high-level play, like you're talking about, they'll do certain things to try to trick you into thinking they're doing something else. They'll throw those distractions up, and it can make the difference between a master player and a really good player.
Yes. And sorry guys about the light. Like we said, the stream wasn't even supposed to happen.
Yeah,
We didn't
yeah.
have all
And what's
the,
really annoying is it's just that one actual spot.
Yeah.
If it changes at all, it's fine. So yeah,
But
here's
yeah,
a
that is a King Vegeta.
Right.
For
25K.
those of you who don't know.
25K double strike.
The
coming.
barrier King Vegeta.
Yep.
The full-on ape.
So 25K double strike into 15K. King Vegeta into Mecha Frieza. See what William decides to do here. Looks like it's going to be no negate. See if Eon decides to combo. It has a lot of cards in hand. And a little bit of life to play with on board. So Sensu being an untap 2, take a life, put a card in his hand. Probably going to see some sort of Shigesh play off this as well. There's Vegeta. This card's been absurd, by the way. This Vegeta combo, look at top 3, has been so good.
It's so good when you combine it with the barrier ape.
Right.
Because it reduces the cost of the combo by 1. It's a 0-10K. When you think about it, that's a Shigesh. You know, it's not as good as a super combo that draws you a card. It's just a super combo that is just 0
50K.
energy 10K, which is just so good. And then for them, the ability to stack, for you to like look through the top cards of your deck and like discard an event that's maybe dead, and then maybe get another 10K. And if it's another 10K, that's an ape. That's the same card
Yes, that's
as you
30,
see right here.
that's 30,
he's gonna do it again, and he's gonna
40,
keep looking.
50, 60.
He's gonna keep looking. He's gonna keep looking, and he's gonna extend his combo to cards that he didn't even have in his hand. He's just turning his dead cards into something that's more
Into a combo.
proactive.
That's honestly one of Mecha's biggest weaknesses.
Yes.
Oh, I have these extra cards I can't do anything with. It's like, cool, I'll just use the Vegeta combo and I'll turn it into a 10K combo.
So Eon playing a Shigesh here, and William taking a moment to think. because this is deadly. So maybe even co-lusting or even crusher balling, even if it's not significant, might be very good because William gets to see another card. Because it's deadly, it's lethal anyway.
It's going to kill him anyway, right?
Yes, exactly. So, you're at a point. Same reasoning for Sensu Bean, except Sensu Bean will give you a 5K combo.
Right.
But this one will still let you see a card, and that's essentially what you want to do, especially when you're getting threatened for lethal.
All right, so it's 30, that's 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,000, I think. Really quick, 100,000. And more. Whatever that is, glare. It's insane to me that Eon's playing it directly where the glare is at.
Yeah. It's so crazy. We should probably let them know for the next game to avoid that.
All right, William, going up to 20K here. This is 20, 35. $20, $30, $45, $50.
William trying to conjure up enough combo, but that ape might be good because
The ape's gonna be perfect.
the beautiful thing about Sugesh here, it's going to go and just ignite a chain sequence of events here. It's going to go, bring out the King Vegeta. King Vegeta is going to search an ape. He's going to search the ape that when he combos with it, he can also look at the top 3 and search an ape and get it to his hand, discard a card. So he's going to be able to cycle and keep getting these cards. He does have access to his own King Vegeta, so his Saiyan combos are now free as well. It's so powerful how you can go from not having much combo in your hand at all to just chaining a few of these, Prince Vegetas and just there's an ape. There's an ape. There's an ape.
There's an ape.
And you see, both sides with multiple Prince Vegetas in their combo area.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna have him fan out his combos. It's 105K.
Okay.
So it's 105K. So it's 105. He's at 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 80. So he's at 80 to 100, 105. He needs to get to 110 to be able to beat this.
Okay.
Right. So it's
And
105.
he only has a few cards left. I don't know if he can actually make it work. That's another 10.
Yeah, so we're at 15. Let's see, 15, 25. Okay, doing some math right here. Unfortunately, they comboed off of the screen, so we can't see what that last combo is.
Dragon Ball Super Players, that is time around. Please enter match procedures. Once again, Dragon Ball Super Players, that is time around.
We can't see what that last card is. Scientist who? And they unplugged the camera. And there goes back. Okay.
I was about to say, wow, really?
Alrighty. It looks like William was able to meet it.
Wow.
Looks like William was able to meet it, yeah.
That's crazy. Where's the
That was only one attack, though. You gotta be
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
here
still
comes
got
the-
another attack, and he's like, oh, here's more and more and more. Draw my card for Unbreakable Son Goku. All right,
Good
cool.
game.
Yeah, good
Game
game. And that is game 1 to Eon Hill.
Yeah, Eon Hill. Takes
And
the
he
game
is one game away from clinching the first championship for the Four Horsemen, the first non-PPG, non-bearded, non-Florida Like, these are all things in the same sentence. Player.
A lot of firsts here. A lot of firsts. Here. Okay, I'll be right back.
Remember the glare.
Dragon Ball Super player Danny Fongsaddle to the stage. Dragon Ball Super player Danny Fongsaddle to the stage.
Yeah, what? It's lagged. Hold on. I don't see it. I don't see it. That's good. All right, guys, just making sure that the guys are actually avoiding the glare zones, hopefully.
How much of that can you see? Oh, okay, so right at the end of them?
Making sure that everything is good for this next game, guys. All right, setting up to start game 2 here. Eon Hill up 1-0 versus William. And Eon just, it seemed pretty even on both sides. You had a King Vegeta on both sides of the table. It's not like one player did not have access to the King Vegeta. King Vegeta, I think, is a major player in this game just because that's how you get to those 100K plus combos.
All right.
Just by having zero combo cost is just outrageous. I was just telling them how the King Vegeta is just so outrageous, like so crucial. In this match, and they both had access to it.
Right, and I think that's been the big thing in this matchup, and I think that's a big thing I've learned from this event. If someone asked me, like, Dusty, what's the biggest thing you've learned from this event? I'd be like, that King Vegeta is extremely, extremely powerful card, not because of the barrier effect, which don't get me wrong, is extremely powerful.
Huge. Yeah, that's huge.
It's the free combo effect has been absolutely just insane.
The
and
free
honestly,
combo effect just pushes
the
for game.
Vegeta card has actually been even better than I thought.
Yes,
because I was like, look at the top 3, pick an ape. I didn't think that was a common thing that was used, right? I was like, usually whenever I would use it, I would just be like, I'm not going to use this ability. It's not that good. But being able to take Mecha's weakness, which is I have a bunch of extra cards. I have a bunch of these cards I can't play. I want to discard them and turn them into cards that I can play is extremely powerful.
Yes.
Extremely powerful.
Exactly. So they're going to finish shuffling up here. I believe they finished side decking already. So they should have already side decked and everything should be ready to go. Eon is presenting his deck. And William taking a little bit of extra time to shuffle his deck. Also, a really cool thing to note, both players are using winter sleeves from Bandai. They're the Bandai official prizing given to players at shop tournaments. And you got Eon rocking the Union Force ones, and there's 2 different Union Force arts, actually. And William playing the other version of the winner sleeves.
Right.
These are the villain sleeves with
They're so
Zamasu
cool.
on them.
And you can win these sleeves by just going to your local events.
Yeah, just go to your local events, support
get
them.
these freaking awesome sleeves.
I think this season is playmats, because they went playmats, then they went sleeves, and then they went playmats.
I wonder what's next.
I wonder what's next. I really like the sleeves. I know Bandai's watching. Bring back the sleeves. I like the sleeves.
I have a feeling it might be sleeves.
And these players really appreciate the sleeves, and I think it's really cool.
Right.
Keep printing these official sleeves. I think players just love them. Look, you got 2 of the top players in this whole tournament playing the sleeves. So it's definitely not unnoticed, and I think Bandai Prizes has gotten productive.
Maybe that's part of why they're doing so good. Maybe those sleeves are... Actually, I think didn't the guy who won the first ever the Hartford stream do the same? Didn't he run those sleeves of one too?
I believe so.
Uh-oh. Conspiracy. We figured it
Conspiracy. Yep. No. You gotta get. This is how you get good, guys. You
gotta get the winter sleeves.
You gotta get the winter sleeves.
It's like putting a
'Cause then your
spoiler on your
opponents-
car,
yeah,
right? It just
exactly.
makes it faster immediately. It doesn't matter. If you get those winter sleeves, you're automatically going to be better. Now, if you get the winter sleeves and the playmat, the combo.
That's the wombo.
Uh-oh.
That's the wombo.
I actually don't think you.
No.
can
The wombo is actually getting the oversleeves for the winter sleeves,
Right.
which you see Eon with, and I think that's probably part of the reason why he went, a clean undefeated.
Right. Absolutely.
But very cool prizing from Bandai, and it's developed and changed from the start, which is really cool, and a great time to get into
Here we
Dragon
go.
Ball
Handshake.
Super, the card game.
Love seeing it. These
I
guys
love
are
it, yeah.
excited.
The
These guys are
sportsmanship,
absolutely excited.
There's no, I don't feel like any of them are like too on the edge. I feel like they're both very settled down, very down to earth, and they're just taking it casually. I don't think they're taking it too serious to the point where you can enjoy a game, because some people get like that. They get so competitive to a point where they can't enjoy the game, and that's never really where you want to take it. I mean, sure, you need to be competitive. You're playing for a lot of money.
A lot of money.
But
by money, we mean
there's always
tournament packs and an awesome
tournament
trophy.
packs and fame and glory and everything that Dusty has, they're playing for.
Okay.
But it's just really fun, and it's fantastic to see new faces and new names on the map as champions.
Eon Hill, honestly, long time coming. Long time coming
on Eon.
Been putting in the work. Been going to a lot of events, doing a lot of work.
And on the other side, we have William. This is his first ARG.
Tearing it up.
So
it just shows you how you can be successful no matter where you're at.
Yep. Well, unless you're from Florida, because then you're just born a champion.
Oh, here we go. I believe that. So turn 1, William has the Planet Vegeta and the Planet Vegeta. Going to get the 3-drop King Vegeta. Going to use
Shakesh has an energy also, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I completely missed that, and that is insane.
Right. It makes me wonder what's in his hand. I would almost think it might be better just to not charge anything on your first turn.
Yeah, just skip the turn. Just pass the turn, actually.
Because you can still do all the stuff he's done so far.
No. Yeah, you have
Chris Abella did it. I don't know. Won the game. I don't know.
Mecha has, I mean, if any deck can play with no energy, it's Mecha.
Right. And so, I mean, I can't imagine Shagesh is the right call. I would almost imagine any card would be better. But who knows? I'm not in the finals of the largest Dragon Ball Super event ever.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm commentating. I'm talking about it.
Same. I mean, I could have been in the finals if I wanted to, but
Me too.
I just wanted to make sure
and that's what everybody
I gave
always,
the players a chance.
Absolutely. People was like, Dusty, why don't you play? I was like, I want to give you a chance. You know what I mean? That's why.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to win them all. You know what I
that
mean?
one time you started to decide to play, you just went and just ravaged everyone. You savaged me in my winning in, and it was just it was totally unfair. And then at
Honestly,
that point, I just
maybe
made
the easiest game I played all week. I'm not sure.
And then I had to just immediately just call Bandai and be like, get this guy back on stream and just chain him to the stream table and just don't let him play a single game in this
thank you. I appreciate that. But if anyone's actually watched any of my streams, they know I'm a terrible player. I play mistakes consistently all the time.
But no, seriously, these guys are great. They're doing
William,
a great job so far.
Doing a pretty good job getting 15 cards in hand before his opponents played an energy.
That's always fun.
Awakened for life. I have a feeling, though, Eon is going to be okay. I think he's going to put a lot of pressure on his opponent back on the backswing.
Yep. Eon here taking his first turn. William, turn 1 awakening.
Yep.
Shagesh in the only bad part about his whole turn, Shagesh in the energy.
Now, here's a question I have for you. And this is a question I wonder. In my heart of hearts. Is it better to awaken a 4 and match your opponent here if you can? Or should you step back and let him attack you and try to awaken you and keep that card advantage? Keep the life advantage, I'm sorry.
See, I see people do it against veggies in particular. They just keep them
Vegeta,
at whatever.
down.
They keep them at whatever life they are because most of the veggie decks aren't playing Monaka and stuff like that. But I don't think it's right. I think with Mecha, the faster you get them down, the faster you pressure them, the more dead cards they're going to have in their hand. Sure, they're going to have a bunch of cards, but they're not going to have the Monaka cards. Like, they're not going to be able to draw the card and then draw the life, you know? Here, you're just giving them the life, and it's inevitable they're going to get cards. It obviously doesn't feel good, but think about it. More of their cards, more of their event cards are going to be dead. You know, more of their extra cards are going to be dead. So it really doesn't feel right, you know? You're just like, oh, I'm just going to leave you there, you know? You're struggling, I'm going to leave you there. But the chances, I mean, like, the fact of the matter is that they're going to see more cards. A lot of their cards just inherently search other cards, draw other cards, and you're going to see one of those cards, and that card's going to flood into another one. You know, all it takes is just one Monaka, and I see more often than not, some people brick, and then they draw the one Monaka, and the Monaka gets them another Monaka, and then that Monaka gets the... I say that a billion times.
Yeah.
And then that gets a Planet Vegeta, and et cetera, and it just keeps evolving, and it's just something that just gets out of hand real quick. So,
Absolutely. All right, so William with his second energy down. Bad ring. Much better energy this time, by the way. Going to go in his turn 2 here. Usually turn 2 for Mecha Apes is kind of a building turn, right? You want to sculpt your hand, get ready for your turn 3. Sorry, I meant Eon. Apologize. See what he decides to do here. Like I said, there's quite a bit he can. Eon obviously having that slower awakening. William with the Baby Goku as energy, goes down to 3 energy. This is a pretty scary turn for Eon. So what can happen here is William will attack with his leader, probably Shigesh into 3-drop King Vegeta. And that will turn on the ability for him to evolve into big King Vegeta, 5-drop King Vegeta, which is very scary, and honestly what the apes want to get to as soon as possible. So here's the Shigesh. We'll see if he does have the 3-drop Goku. And unlike other decks, like Veggies has the ability to punish this play, but Mecha Apes really doesn't. And that's very, very scary. Okay, so there's the 3-drop that Shigesh is resolving. And Aeon's going to take the hit. Go to 6 life. 2 life away from Awakening. And I like that Eon's playing this a little bit slower. He does have Mafuba in hand. It's important to remember that Eon does have Mafuba in hand. So he can use that to stop this Great Ape. Now, it's not going to happen this turn. He has 2 yellow.
Yep.
But once he does Awaken, he does get it free Mafuba, which is a great card in the mirror match.
I think William does the right thing here. Sure, you need to pressure your opponent, but I don't think you hit them with something as vulnerable as a King Vegeta. Anything can happen. Like you said, he doesn't have access to Mafuba yet, but still, I don't think you don't hit with cards like that. You want to hit with there are better cards in your deck to hit with.
Right.
You know, when your deck has better cards to hit with, like a leader that can draw you a card, a critical guy that can lose your opponent a card. You know, KOs, for example, that can draw you a card and, you know, lose your opponent a card. Those are all things that you want to attack with. And when you mean pressure your opponent, it doesn't mean just go swing out with your Majin Buu, you know, your energy boosted Majin Buu, or, you know, your youthful Bulma, or something like that. You know, you want to go and pressure them with the cards that make sense and the ones that actually give you some type of return. So, good job by William. It's good that he attacked with his leader swing. You know, you can't just like not attack with your leader swing. But Eon clearly struggling here, and you just want to pressure him, but pressure him with the cards that are actually going to give you some type of beneficial return.
Right, absolutely. Okay, here comes the March. Just going to put William down to 2 life. It does give him 2 more apes on the field. Now, Critical Apes is the perfect card. So the Vegeta is the perfect card that that William wants to be pressuring Eon with. You want to try to get as many cards away from Eon as you can as William. So you get that, you can kind of get that advantage sneaking up. He does have quite a few advantages going for him, though. He's awakened. He has the 5-drop ape on board, and he has 2 apes. So he's kind of ahead in multiple facets. Here comes 20K. 20K critical strike. Into 15K. Oh, into 10K. Okay, Eon taking a time to figure out what he wants to do here. So it's 20 to 20 right now. Raise takes a life. Goes to 5. Interesting play by Eon. I agree that he probably doesn't want to take the critical. But I don't like that it's setting him up to essentially be double strike to 3 if his opponent wanted to be a little bit more aggressive with Bardock. Why do you think he didn't attack with Bardock there, William?
The thing is, I mean, with Bardock, I don't understand. I mean, Eon's at 5 here, so
You knock him to 3 if you double strike?
I would definitely attack with the double striker, put him down to 3. I mean, sure, you don't want to give Eon cards, but like I said at the beginning, you need to pressure Mecha, and you need to have as many of their cards, like all these cards that Eon's racking up in his hand, you can make 50% of them dead if you put them at a life total that's not very comfortable for him to be at, and cast cards, you know? So it's just something that you have to do, and it doesn't, you know, it's unfortunate, but you need to pressure. You need to be able to know when to go, and I feel like William is playing it a little bit too safe, and he's giving Eon a chance to work his way back into
the game. Right, absolutely. That's one of the scary things that happens when you're playing against Mecha.
Planet Vegeta.
Oh, cool. Now I'm awakened.
Yeah. What were the chances he didn't draw Planet Vegeta or March or something like off that? I don't get it.
All right, Eon getting his boards up. Just gonna awaken, draw 2. Gonna attack for 15, draw a card.
Yep.
Flying Nimbus. Yep. Pretty good card.
On the leader swing, that's exactly what you want to hit the Flying Nimbus on. Leader swings always.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I agree with that play. I'll tell you why.
What, the Flying Nimbus?
Yeah. What? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
He's nothing else out, right?
He's not really under pressure, but you never know. Eon has 4 energy. He has a bunch of cards in hand. He can still. I think William did that with a little bit of, seeing into the future and like what could happen. Yeah, maybe if Eon doesn't even have it.
Right, sure. So, like, let's pretend like this comes out. William doesn't find Nimbus, just blocks it with one of his blockers or combos over it. Okay? And then Eon plays March of the Great Apes, plays 2 apes out. Then you can fly Nimbus and you have the same effect almost, right? I mean, it's one more attack, but at least you get to use it when you need it.
Yes.
Because Eon can still just play the apes out and pass, and it's like now you don't have it for the next turn when you actually need it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong with that. I don't know, but like I feel like that seems. Unless William was using it to stop a Shigesh into 3-drop King Vegeta, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe he was just trying to stop the Shigesh combo.
Yeah, you could. I mean, sometimes negates aren't always because it's a lethal attack.
Right.
It's
trying to stop like maybe a Sensu Beam play or
exactly.
Combo play. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Looks like the top 3 gets nothing. Unfortunate.
Top 8 for Dragon Ball 1K. Report to the AOG Dex Protection banner over the steps. Dragon Ball Super 1K top 8.
Looks like the top 3 gets nothing.
Protection banner in front of the room.
That's crazy. I've been seeing that hit a lot of times. It's really weird when it doesn't.
Yeah, it feels like. But honestly, top 3 for like one of 8 cards. Actually, it should be a very, very, very low chance to hit.
Yeah, it should.
It seems to hit a lot. Yeah, you're right. Here comes Shigesh into King Vegeta, just like we talked about. He's going to go get the 3 drop. Actually, go get Bardock. He must have the 5 drop in hand. So he'll go get 8. So it looks like next turn, Eon should be back up to like equal footing.
You get players. Welcome to the 6th and final round of Swiss. You have 40 minutes. You may begin.
I love that card. That's still like one of my Unbreakable Goku is just unbelievable. Be able to come in, draw a card, pretty good.
And I've been seeing almost every Mecha Apes player playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy because something that not many people picked up at first. They haven't picked up on it at first. As soon as that card came out, I made a deck. Well, not as soon as that card, but as soon as the Crossworld set came out and the first Apes build that I brewed, it was I was playing that Unbreakable Spirit and Sun Goten's, also very good because not only does it stop Yajirobe, it's also free when you have your King Vegeta out, so you can play the long game, and then the only thing that Barrier won't stop is their Death Touch, dude, their Yajirobe, and your Sun Goten's now free, and you're just pressuring.
Right.
It's just so good. And I'm surprised at the lack of Sun Goten, but I'm also not surprised at how many Unbreakable Spirit Sun Gokus, or Unbreakable Spirit Gokus. No, it's Unbreakable something Goku.
The red Goku, the combo Goku.
Yeah, combo Goku. But
another one. Somebody draws.
Yeah, Goten only works on your turn, but you can
it
pressure.
does. It does.
Yeah. It's still good though.
It's also free with King Vegeta, which is pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You play it on your leader attack or whatever, and then you just kill. Also, I think. Yeah, you can actually even swing with an ape, and then they block with the ape, and then you combo and you play it, and then you kill the ape. I think you kill the Death Toucher before.
Right.
Kind of similar to like a Shigesh explosive Son Goku, to save the Yajirobe, but it's better than using your Shigesh on something like a Yajirobe. I want Shigesh to push for a game. I want Shigesh to summon a King Vegeta. I want Shigesh to come out and play a Son Goku to, kill a Yajirobe. That feels like
it is really good against Yajirobe, though. It is it's good against it's good against any of the it's good against veggies. It's good against any of the revenge blockers.
Protection banner for top 8.
No, one of our players made top 8 of the 1K, so that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they just called him out. So let's see if William can actually steal a game from Eon.
Right. It would be one of the few games Eon has lost.
Yeah, no, that's why I wouldn't be surprised.
And how heartbreaking would it be if you're Eon, you go undefeated the entire tournament, all top cuts, and you lose in the finals? Man,
Oh, no.
how
I
heartbreaking.
didn't even put that thought in my mind. About to just tear up.
George's like, I'm gonna cry right now. Tears will come. I'm gonna be asleep. It does look like this match might be a little favored for William. However, I do think Eon might be able to sneak back into this game.
Yeah, May 1st, guys. May 1st. The reign of Mecha Frieza over. I mean, I think I'm going to just start... I'm going to start a poll as soon as, we get back to the shop and see if people want to start already practicing.
Right.
Because
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I mean, might as well be proactive about it. I think May 1st was such like an awkward date. I think it should have just been, if they wanted it for the regional, they would have said like, effective for the regional, which honestly I would have gone with. But whatever, I guess they wanted to see it for themselves, which is fair. They could have also just enforced this errata right after the regional, so that we can have locals all around the world just start getting a head start on
Start getting ready
what's
for
going
those
to
new
happen.
events, right?
Exactly,
We got ARG Team Wars coming up next month.
Yes,
Insane event. I'm so excited for that event.
That's going to be great. And then
There's going to be 12 KitchenTableMeta players there. 12.
I think like May or something, they're doing something in GenCon. They're doing the Team Wars, right?
That's
Wars at
Origins.
Gen
Or
Con.
Origins.
Oh, Origins, okay.
Yeah,
not
and
Gen
we're not
Con.
sure
Okay,
what's happening at
Origins.
Gen Con
Okay,
yet.
that's Origins. Okay.
We're not sure we know that there's going to be an event there. They haven't announced. Well, they haven't announced. I think they've showed it on the schedule, but they haven't announced the details on it. Like we publicly know it's coming. We just don't know anything about it.
I always get those two confused. Gen Con and what's the other one?
And Origins.
Origins.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So we're very excited for both of those.
Origins is the one with the Team Wars.
Yeah, it's
but
3v3 Team Wars.
But they also haven't really specified like what the format's going to be as far as like, can we play the same leaders? Can we play the same cards?
Is one draft? Do you pick a player and draft?
Oh my God, please
we don't know.
draft,
We don't know.
please.
It could be anything. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Right. So that's something I think people forget a lot about this game. This game is actually an insane draft game. It's so much fun. If you love limited, this is a heck of a.
Bandai, I know you're watching drafts. Please push drafts more. I love drafts. The draft format in this, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to, but I've drafted like, I want to say like 20 times, and that's a lot of drafts, and it's just so fun. That's how addicting draft can be too, because like, it's also really cool because when you draft, you can make like, there's so much potential to like make money back because you're opening so many packs, and all you got to do is crack a Kale or Jiren. Or, exposed to some Goku, Furious Pan.
It's a great format to get new players into as well, because you just need a couple booster packs to play it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Go check this game out. We'll show you how to play. We'll build. We'll sit down together. We can build decks. We can talk about it. Great introduction to any game.
Yes.
Is the limited format. All right, there comes King Vegeta. All right, so William's going to use the Vegeta again. This will allow him to attack for 20k. Critical. Thing is, Eon has Mafuba.
Yeah.
This is a card he's had in his hand that he has. I know he is baiting out.
And he has a blue out.
Yeah, I know.
He can actually just cast it.
Yeah,
like,
he
for
can
free.
just. Yeah, he can just cast it. Yeah.
He can cast it for free and just hard cast it. So that's like, that's double edged. And
I think William is. I hope William doesn't play into this Mafuba.
we are not. Awesome.
What?
So we had a chance of just ending the stream.
Right there.
And
There's two people. We're not used to two people.
very official. Very official looking. Two people. And like I said, guys, like I know the stream has been, very rough. We want to, like, going forward, I think this needs to be prioritized. I think these the setups need to be nicer. We need to designate, judges to be at the stream table.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, we could. Yeah,
There's a lot of things that like we said, like coming into here, you came in as a player on Saturday. You came in with a jersey.
Yep. Yeah,
and a
absolutely.
laptop.
We also had somebody that was supposed to come in and stream it, and we were just going to commentate it, and they backed out Wednesday.
Yeah.
We flew out Thursday. Yeah. So, it happens.
And then told us Friday night, like, we
we
can't
can't stream, and then Saturday we were streaming again.
Saturday we're like, I'll just bring my laptop just in case. Oh, snap, it's happening. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
and that's where you see the glare, all these things that obviously are normally perfect.
Right. Well, I wouldn't say perfect, but
Well,
I'd say better than
very
this.
good.
Especially
Yes.
especially stream quality. Stream quality, it has me very upset. But like I said, we're doing our best, guys, and all this will be on the KitchenTableMeta YouTube page and high quality. There's that Mafuba we talked about. I told you it was coming. Mafuba. He does choose to play it for free. I like that. Mafuba. Love that word.
Yes, Mafuba's really cool.
It rolls right off the tongue.
Yes, it does. It's my favorite card. Like, as soon as it was printed, I was just like jamming it into like every deck. I'm like, how are you guys not playing this?
This card's
card's
so
insane.
good.
And then now it's even like, it's actually insane now.
So we didn't have the Mafuba the Scientist Foo, which is unfortunate. All right, so that is going to be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So look at the top three. Get nothing, unfortunately. Mass Sand. Nice. We're not choosing to play Mass Sand, so that's going to be 15, 25, 35, 45, 50. Is William tapped out? William could respond to this Shigesh with a Crusher Ball that's in his hand. If he did, it would allow him not to be able to, and he's gonna scoop. Eon's gonna scoop, so I can't beat it. But William maybe should have responded to that Shigesh with a Crusher Ball. That way, whatever he plays out can be comboed.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's his all-in attack, right? That's the attack he wants in the win. He's at 3 life.
Okay,
All right,
so
it's
William
all tied up.
deciding to, I'm not going to go out that easy.
Yeah, William's like, you know what? I think I'm going to make this one a game.
I'm going to make this one a game.
I'm going to make this one a game, boys.
And I'm not going away as easy as you want me to, because I'm about to be
William has
the
been like the
first.
assassin. He's taking down Danny.
Yeah?
Moves in.
Yeah?
Wins the top 4 match, and now taking down another fan favorite.
It's crazy.
It's
It's
scary.
crazy. He's gone through the gauntlet for sure, and the least known player in this entire top, maybe top 32. I'm
I
not
would
sure,
say,
but for
definitely
sure now,
top 4. Definitely
yeah,
top 4. Top 8 probably.
Yeah, because there was a stacked top 4.
Yeah, it was
for the most
super
part.
stacked. Yeah, you had like what, two PBG players, a KTM player, a 4 horseman. Yeah, I mean,
We had a lot of good players in here,
Yeah.
and William has just bullied his way into here and just shown that he has what it takes to play against these high-name players. And
doing a fantastic job, playing very well. Now,
I dig it. I mean, like, I want more people like this. This is fantastic. I really hope that
I will say this.
he manages to pull it off.
I know Eon pretty well. Obviously, I met him at Gen Con. I played him at Gen Con way back in the day. I know him very well. He's a good player, but I don't know, how easily he tilts or anything like that. It doesn't seem to be. Seems to be a very resilient player. Mm-hmm. But if I'm 1-1 in the finals right now, after I've went undefeated all day, this is where you tilt.
shaking.
This is where you tilt. This is the tilting area.
Yeah, we're going to see what separates champions from, just above-average players here
Absolutely.
in this Game 3. They got a small crowd of about 15 players watching. One judge, Bandai, watching from a distance.
Watching in the shadows
Watching in the shadows. Just
with the garbage girl.
they're also watching, making sure that we don't pull out our phone.
She's in the ceiling or something. Not sure where she's at, but she's there.
But
Guys, if you have any questions at all, let us know at KitchenTableMeta in the chat. We'll do our best to answer your questions as fast as we can.
much as we can.
Before we get into the thing.
We're
Again,
just so
guys,
mesmerized
We're
by
trying
this
our
game.
we're trying our best, guys. To do a better job at keeping track of the game. It's really hard for us to keep track of chat and the game at the same time. For this event, we actually took away the life counters.
Specifically, yeah, we usually have somebody like Lester to help out. We also have dual screen monitors so that we can have the chat pulled up and the game for the most part.
Right,
There's a lot of things that we do normally, but circumstances, like we said, things happen.
All right, they're getting ready to set up the game, doing their mulligans. Right. So, guys, the issue isn't finding a way to look at chat. We have multiple ways to look at chat. We have phones, tablets, second monitor. We don't have a second monitor with this, but normally we do. It's that a lot of times when we look at chat, so if we look at chat, read your question, absorb what you're asking us, and answer it, we have missed something that's happened in the game.
That's happened in
right.
the game.
And so
whether
what
it
happens
be critical or not,
right.
you know, it's hard to tell.
Right.
Sometimes
right.
critical moments are at a moment that we're looking at the chat.
Exactly. Right, exactly. And so we're not trying to ignore you guys at any way. Please don't ever think that. There's probably nothing that matters more to us than being here with you guys and hanging out.
Of course. And I think
talking.
we've done a good job of
We try our
engaging
best.
with,
We try our best.
with the
Right.
chat. I mean, like, you're not going to, we can't answer every person on
Right.
chat, obviously. But I think we've done a pretty good job of it.
Right.
You know,
We really do. We
tossing
really
between
do
the
try our best. We really do.
two. Sometimes to the point that we don't even, like, commentate on the game for a while. We
Yeah,
just start,
yeah,
we
and
just
it's-
start
right,
like, going
right.
over chat and going over chat. So,
Yeah.
I
All right.
mean, thankfully we do have a chat that's active. But back to the game, and we have...
Yeah, luckily we have, I think, what last time we checked, we had like 400 watch.
Yeah, no. So very good, very good.
You've abandoned us, absolutely. The one player reads chat, responds, the other commentates the plays. Sure, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to make excuses, guys. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea. There's a lot of ways we can do it better, a lot of ways that we can do this better. And a lot of ways we have doing it better. We have so many things in the
absolutely.
works. And
we have a lot of things
right.
in the works that this is going to be really exciting and a much better experience. But for
Right.
now, we're doing with, streaming wasn't even a thing.
Yeah, we're actually streaming on a laptop that I got from Rent a Center.
Yeah, Bandai
That's
and ARG really didn't have plans.
Right.
You know, it was really because of Dusty's motivation and
Oh,
then
man,
him
thank you
bringing
so
me
much.
into it, dragging me along. I didn't even want to be here. Just dragging me along
not
into
true.
this whole thing.
You're awesome.
And he's been doing a great job, just a one-man show.
Best co-commentator I've had in anything I've ever done.
Thank you so much. I only
Easily.
try. I only try to make your job easier. Honestly, I'm not.
You do an amazing job at it.
I have nothing else. There's no other purpose for me in my whole life. No, just kidding. But
I was born for this.
but I try to do my best, honestly. But otherwise, this is only gonna get better, like we said.
So Eon lost, right? Did the Eon give his opponent the ability to go second? I mean, go first.
Yeah, it looks
So
like he did.
So Eon chose to go second.
That is a very bold move.
Do you think so?
Let's see how it plays out for him.
Do you think going first is more important? I mean, Eon being undefeated. What do you think?
Eon would know, but
Do you think it's just an extra
honestly,
card?
In my opinion, that's ambitious. It gives you an extra card, correct? That is the pros versus the
Right,
cons. The
right,
cons,
right.
William will always be one energy ahead of his opponent, and he will always be able to cast cards before.
Eon
his opponent.
does run objection in his deck though. Maybe he can catch up that way.
He does catch up that way. Yeah, that is a very good point.
Maybe, yeah.
Very good point. So that might be a thing. And Eon, trying to dig an extra card in here, and still doesn't see any cards that are going to help himself
Yeah,
awaken.
he's not really seeing any self-awakening cards in his hand, which is a heartbreaker.
Neither
He's
is
seeing,
William.
Yeah, that's true. So that's a good thing for Eon.
Wow, yeah.
Sees a Manaka. So Eon gets a Manaka here. He's going to have something's going to happen here at least. Yeah, but he's not seeing like any Planet Vegetas, not really, not seeing any objections. Putting the Mafuba down.
Yep. Hey, I got one, by the way.
Mafuba.
Just a little reminder that it didn't get out of the main board, and it's still
there.
Yeah,
It's still there.
it's still pressure. For William.
I love that Eon charged a blue, preparing if he drew objection with
Yeah,
Manaka.
no, of course, yeah.
I
That's
love
what you
that.
have to do.
He's exactly. Yeah, play to your outs is what we
Yes,
always say.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Now William can march. He is going to march. Okay. And Eon is going to Crusher Ball in response to the march, so the two apes come into play in rest mode, which is very good play. It's going to save himself a turn. It essentially turns it into like a negate.
Yes, exactly.
They're going to untap at the end of the turn, which is unfortunate, but
It also gets Eon closer to awakening.
it does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you better, I'll tell you what, you better get used to using cards like Crusher Ball to evolve when you're playing Mecha Frieza here in a couple weeks. That's going to be the main way you're going to evolve is with like Crusher Balls and Cold Bloodlusts.
Yes, yeah. You're going to have to play all these events that are very good on your opponent's turn. And as far as the events that you play on your turn, unless they're mandatory like March of the Apes, they're gone. I'm
Yep.
sorry. Bye, March of the...
bye, Manaka.
Bye, Manakas. Yeah.
You've been relevant for long enough.
Primary suspect. I
Yeah.
mean, it sucks. You still have to play Planet Vegeta because it's such a good
It's
card.
such a good card.
But
It makes the deck so consistent, which
Yes.
is good. Which is good. I like consistency in card games. Consistency in card games is a recipe to make skilled players win, in my opinion. Cold Blast on the Bardock. On the March, I'm sorry. So the Bardock and Vegeta will come into play with absolutely no text box. So they're just 20k vanillas right now. And again, we talked about this, like, I think it was the first game when Eon did this to William. It's like kind of a psych out move, right? This is like, okay, well, if you attack me, I can Shigesh and kill one of your apes. So you might as well just pass so you keep that, you don't lose your guys.
Oh man, it looks like one of the TCG player reps stopped by our store while I was gone and dropped off some swag. Dropped off
awesome.
a t-shirt and a branded jacket. That's super cool. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Can't believe I missed them though. That's so unfortunate.
Pokemon top 8 reports the ARG Dex protection banner for your picture.
All right, so Eon's actually going to attack 20k into 15k. Actually, it's actually 20k into 10k right now, but William almost undoubtedly awakened. He's on Sensu to ready 2. Yeah, so he's choosing blue. No, he's choosing double yellow. So it's 25k, that's it. 25k and 10k. I'm sure William was going to awaken here, but 25k is the perfect number. We talk about that?
Yes, 25k is
It requires
very good. It requires a few resources from the other
Right.
opponent to defend, and that's normally what you want to do. You want to have
especially
them
in this
overcommit on
matchup.
a
This is
defense.
all about like grinding out, getting value where you can get value.
Exactly.
So he's going to go Shigesh, possibly into Baby Goku for the kill. Nope, it's just going to be into... No, this is where Goten comes into play. This is where Goten's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. Right here.
Yeah, this. I don't know if I can't see if it's in Eon's hand. I'm actually going to check Eon's deck list. I don't know if he even runs it. He does actually runs 2 in the sideboard. So Eon does run 2 in the sideboard. It's possible that he can attack with the Bardock and possibly kill it. I can't quite see Eon's hand. I don't think I see it in there though.
8 players, please report to the Dex protection banner.
I don't think I see it.
Stairs for your picture. Once again, Pokemon top 8 players, please report to the Dex protection banner. Get your picture taken. Pokemon top 16 players, you can report up to the area by the snack bar for your prizing. Once again, Pokemon top 8 to the Dex protection banner, Pokemon top 16 to the stage area.
Eon Hill. Playing plan Vegeta to get his 3-drop of his own. Pretty important. You know, man, this is such a weird matchup to me. Because is it better for him to play Planet Vegeta and go get Goten and then kill his King Vegeta, or is it better to go get your own King Vegeta?
It's a pretty difficult question. Really just depends, I guess, at the resources that you have in your hand.
Because you've already seen William use, I think, one as a combo piece and maybe another one. I think maybe either his energy or his another combo. So, like, in one's in field. So if you kill that, he might be all of them. How many does he have in deck? I think William runs 3, right? We talked about that before. So he runs 3. So, like, if you get all 3 of them out, like, he has to pay 5 to evolve. You can't cheat him out anymore.
Yeah, no.
So I wonder if going for the Goten's better. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm nowhere near as good as these players are with apes. I'm not even half as good as these people. Eon's left leg is better at playing apes than I am.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not sure, but it's an interesting question. Looks like William's going to take that. All right, so here comes Bardock in. We'll see if we see Sun Goten. Maybe he already has Sun Goten in hand. Maybe I'm like thinking about this and he already has it. Actually, I do. I think I see it. Those are clouds right here. Is this card maybe?
No. Actually,
Isn't that little clouds?
It might actually be. No, I think that's Unbreakable Spirit.
Oh,
So hard to tell from just the corner
yeah.
of the cards.
Yeah.
But he does have access to Sun Goten.
He has 2 in sideboard.
Okay, he has 2 in sideboard.
Yeah. And remember, William only has 3 King Vegetas.
And that's assuming that he sided it in.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
It's because we have to stream on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Sorry guys again for the
It's not-
lagging
yeah,
and
it's
stuff
not
like that. It's just the Wi-Fi is just god awful.
Yeah.
Like, it's
And again, we have to, due to
terrible.
the unions, we have to.
Yeah, we had to use it. Yeah, there was no.
Or pay
other-
$2,500 for
$2,500. Yeah,
for wired
That's
internet.
pretty good.
So we apologize. There's battery.
Oh yeah, Eon
Battering the
almost,
Nimbus?
no, he almost took the life before playing the battering here. He's gonna go and discard and then draw. Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Eon gets it, and he caught himself.
Right before he did it.
Yeah, so that's good. Good awareness by Eon.
All right, so combo phase is coming up. That was actually a sick negate, though, by William.
Yeah.
Because he's actually turns off Sun Goten there. I'm telling you, Sun Goten, I feel like, is super important right here. Man, I'm just like over-exaggerating how
Oh no,
important
I
it is.
mean,
but I feel
if he does have the access to it, then yeah, 100%.
well, Eon says no combo, so. And he passes. Yeah, he must have not had it, or he doesn't sideboard them in. Maybe it's not as important as I think. I mean, I'm over here talking about the Sun Goten.
It's really not that important. I think it's good, yeah, in this specific scenario, but this is the only thing that you'll ever be hitting in this matchup. I think it's just something that you probably just bring in.
But isn't it like a centerpiece of this matchup? Like, if you can keep them off of their 5-drop just even a turn.
The thing is, normally, father-son can just do the same thing.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
It's
that makes sense.
It's very often, like, it's very rare that you're, like, above 3 energy, and then you just try to resolve this play, you know? I mean, you can. It's not, like, outside the realm of possibility. But like I said, there's always ways, like, if they see a Sun Goten, then you're probably going to get them once. You're going to be like, gotcha. But now, from now on, they're going to do that combo on their turn. So they're going to go swing with their leader, Shagash, summon King Vegeta, and then evolve. You know, all during their turn.
Right.
And they'll wait till turn 4 or something. We're going to try to lower the bit rates here for you guys because
But you know what's happened? It's so funny is because we had pretty good. Like,
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was okay, and then everybody's watching it right now
Everyone's watching.
in this venue, so they're all like on the
Everyone's in
Wi-Fi
venue.
watching
yeah,
it.
Yeah, they're on the Wi-Fi and watching it.
So it's like lowering it down. Yeah, that's okay. We just lowered the bit rate a little bit. It'd be a little bit more blurry, but it should be a little bit more stable. All right, so here's 20,000 critical.
There goes that.
He's going to block.
That
and
deadly
William is going to boost
super
it.
combo.
And it looks like Eon's going to match him. Yeah. So he needs to use one more card, though, to beat it. Right, isn't that a tie? 30-30? Right, here comes the 20K attack.
The format where like it was Pandora, Grim, Abdul, and then Muhammad, and then like against the Abdul format, matchup as Pandora, people would like go into.
Was it fixed, guys? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
better
it's
now?
back to green.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, it's still going to be a little blurry, but like I said, we're doing the best we can. We're going off what we can go on. And I really do apologize, guys. I guess I'll take full responsibility. It's 100% my fault. I'm sorry, but you can watch it at KitchenTableMeta YouTube in HD as soon as not this match, but I'll try to get them up as soon as I can, guys. I am so sorry.
Man, this is just a science is food. Science is food, so good.
It's so
25.
good. Yeah, it's 25 double strike, draw 2 cards.
Just that number 25 is just.
It's just perfect.
Eon's gonna have to throw a monkey in front of it, and is William really gonna combo? You really gonna combo? I guess.
I guess he just wants to get. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah, because then Eon could just throw an Unbreakable Sun Goku and
Right.
just bounce it.
so now essentially William did that combo, but it didn't cost him anything.
Yeah,
And he got a monkey off the field, so that's a pretty big deal.
He essentially got rid of the monkey for free almost because the
Right.
Science is Food netted him 2 cards, and then the Unbreakable Sun Goku also netted him a card. So
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
it's fine.
So he essentially got like what, like 3 cards off that?
Yeah, I think so.
3 card swing. 2 cards off the draw, 1 card off the field. Okay, so he's going to evolve into his King Vegeta here. Attack for 20k. All right, so 20k critical into 15k. This gets blocked by the other 20k Vegeta.
Man, everyone has just piled in.
They're so excited, man. They're so excited.
Everyone's just waiting for the new champion to be crowned.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for both these players. Both these players have earned it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They both deserve to be here.
This is very historic.
Absolutely.
A lot of time taken by Eon to make this
I
move.
tell you what,
He
this
wants
is,
to
this
make sure.
is
Yeah,
danger. This
is
is
this
scary.
is make or break move. He by playing that Manaka, he just decided that
I
he's
think I can
gonna
beat you
go
right
in.
here.
He's got to go all in because it's just getting ridiculous, and he knows that he's got to
I think
end
he
it.
has a Scientist Fu in hand.
He knows he's got to end
I think his goal was the Scientist Fu.
Yeah.
I think he's going to attack here, try to force a block. Either way, it's fine.
it. Yes.
And he says no negate, so he's going to go in right now.
Yep, going in.
Here it comes. Look at the top 3. If he gets a Vegeta off this, it's huge. Misses.
Oh,
I
misses.
hate to see it.
But William still has a good amount of cards in hand.
I know, but Eon has not hit one of these Vegetas in such a long time, it feels
Yeah,
like.
no,
So here we go. This is essentially for the championship, boys. Here we go. We have 30, 45, 55. Into this.
Oh, that's gonna get him the ape that he needs. Yep.
Yeah, that's another Vegeta, right?
Yep.
A little bit of glare.
That's the
And by a little bit of
Prince
glare, I mean,
Vegeta.
yeah, okay.
That's gonna let him dig into the top 3 once again.
Right,
and
absolutely.
Try to find that ape.
Right, absolutely. So we have 30, 45, right? We're at 45 right now. Can go to 50 if he combos in the Vegeta. King Vegeta. Oh, thank you very much.
45 here.
So 15, 25, 35, 45, 55,
Yep.
65.
1, 2, 3. Hits.
Oh, hits it. Ooh,
Wow.
so this could be 70. Okay, so this is going to go up to
hits.
75. This is going to go up to 75. So we have 75. Pitches Mafuba. Another one. Does he hit again? This is 75. Does he hit
There's
again?
no way he does.
Okay, that's fine. That's
He
fine.
misses.
That's fine. That's still 75.
He misses.
So 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85,
Oh my God. 2
95.
Bardock apes. Wow. He's
100,
going up. Yep.
110,
There's a King Vegeta that
120.
he just had on the board. He's just gonna throw the King Vegeta that's under it away, just so that there's no miscommunication.
Right.
That is also a combo.
Right,
It's
right.
Very good.
Eon.
Very good play by Eon. I do like that. Yes, and he's got it. Eon is the champion of
There
the
it is.
largest Dragon Ball Super Regional to date. 500 players. Eon Hill
Huge combo.
going a perfect. I'm not going to do the math.
50, I'm gonna say
15, 16. Let's go
15,
16.
16, 17,
Let's go
0,
16
something
and
like
0.
that.
16 and 0.
Perfect.
The Sweet 16. And he made it.
Yes,
And his brother's
what
just
is it?
so happy. Like, they're all
you
so
got,
happy.
you
for
got,
each
you
other.
got, you got 32,
Yeah.
16,
Yeah.
8, 4 finals.
Yes.
So it's 14 and 0.
14 and 0.
Insane.
Yes.
So good.
14 and 0.
Yes,
A
absolutely.
huge feat. Fantastic job. Perfect record.
Unbelievable. Such good play. I'll be honest with you. I felt like Eon was behind that entire game.
I thought so, dude.
I
thought
did.
so too.
I did.